corner's starting to get built.
Hell yeah.
What the hell am I looking at? It's like a window in, like, a basketball floor. But like a
basketball? What?
I don't know, you know, gymnasium floor. You know, I don't know what this background is supposed to be. But, like, there's a window in it?
Looks like a wooden wall to me.
I guess it could be a wood wall that the window is in. That would make sense.
It would make some kind of sense.
Oh, two of my big pieces that I had going are coming together to make a super piece.
Congrats.
Thank you.
It's fun whenever a piece fits together.
That's when it gets fun.
Other than that, though,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know about this.
Welcome to No One Can Know About This, a podcast where we play every Final Fantasy. I'm Jeff Ekman.
And I'm Ryan Kazmiski.
And here we go, Season 6, Episode 16. Sequentially after 15, it's the one that came next.
You beat me to it. I mean, I think next in store, as a prediction, I think we'll have 17.
Spoilers.
Man, we're getting into the thick of it
What
here.
an episode last week was.
Good God. The game's really starting to show its hand. The amount of crazy information that was dumped on us and the amount of okay Squall and co are with it all is wild to me.
It is.
Like, they just learned that Sid has been lying to them about everything for their whole lives.
Yep.
And they're fine with it.
And then at the end, the school, which was drifting through the ocean, crashed into some place called FH.
And Sid had the fucking balls to ask us to go apologize on his behalf.
Did he say that last week?
Yeah, he was like, go talk to them and tell them that it was an accident and we mean no harm.
Yeah.
That's what we're about to do.
Because that's what we are about to do.
And by FH, we mean Fisherman's Horizon.
That's what it's
a town.
Yeah.
It's a new town.
It's a new town. Fisherman's Horizon, because we saw the old man, the master fisherman, he caught a fish right as the school was gonna kill him.
Just to track Headmaster Sid's journey through the game here, he runs a school for mercenaries, which he started with his sorceress wife.
Who is now evil.
Who's now evil for reasons that haven't even been touched on.
Nope.
In order to train people to kill sorceresses. Or a specific one, it's unclear. So far, we've only met one.
But in order to finance that school, he had to get money from a big slug. And the slug started being like pushing the profit angles of the school, which
Sid should have really foreseen.
Yeah.
You know,
from an investor.
And so, since then, he's managed to piss off that investor so much that
the investor told all of the monsters in the school and kids to go find Sid, but the kids like Sid, so they turned on the Master Norg. And then Sid came down after that was resolved to be like, you're a greedy guy.
You jerk.
And then I can't remember which happens first, and then Sid goes to have an angsty lay in the hospital.
Yeah, he went to the hospital and cried.
And then, we killed Master Norg.
I guess what I'm getting at here is all of this because he had us turn on a machine that he didn't know what it did, which caused the school to fly into the ocean, which once it did, instead of thinking of a plan to stop it or learn how to control it, he was like, oh good, now we can stop working, like we can relax now.
And then as soon as he got the PA working...
Because of that decision, it fucking crashed into a town!
And now he's telling us that we gotta go apologize.
It's our problem. It's our problem to fix.
We gotta go apologize to the mayor.
I guess what I'm saying here is the incompetence is staggering. It's nuts that this guy's allowed to run fucking anything.
So we're coming back in while we were in Sid's office looking at him going, what the fuck do you want us to do?
Let's not forget that also last week we learned about and met Ellone.
Yes, who we gave to the sorceress's seeds.
And we learned, that we also, without Sid even going, don't worry, they don't work for evil sorceress. They worked for her before it's just not explained. And she's also responsible for sending us into Laguna's dreams, and when we asked her why she's doing it, all she said is that it's complicated, and she walked away. And then Squall was like, well, I guess that's all the information I'm gonna get. Better go apologize to this mayor.
So that's what we're gonna do. We're
also,
in Sid's office, and we've gotten a new objective.
That was way too much to explain, but I mean, what are we gonna do? This game's throwing it at us all at once. Also, not brought up at all in the past, couple episodes, what happened to Selphie, Irvine, and Quistis when they went to try to stop the missiles? Squall seems to not give a shit.
He was the leader who chose them to die.
He didn't even tell Sid, hey, by the way, these 3 other Seed members, I sent them on this mission and haven't heard from them.
Because Sid was like, I've already been told everything that you know about from Shu. And it's like, I never told Shu.
We never told Shu anything.
You know?
I just... well, anyway. Yeah, that's what's happening.
So, here we go. We're in Sid's office, and we've got a new objective.
The stuff we've learned that Squall is not asking questions about, or demanding to know answers, is driving me nuts.
Idiot.
Well, all of them. Ellone admitted she's brain-fucking us to make us see the past, won't tell us why. He won't tell us who Ellone is or why she's important. He's married to the sorceress. He gave Ellone to the sorceress because it's too dangerous for her here. But the sorceress is the bad guy who brain-fucked Cypher and made him a bad guy.
Oh my
and
God.
whose team... is there a bad guy?
Ugh. Take a look around the city while you're there, too.
I will. Yes, sir. Why do I
feel like this becomes a staple of the series from here on out, where it's like, some crazy shit happens, and then they're like, don't worry about that until later. And you're like, well, it kind of is pressing to ask about that right now, but you want me to go, on a date?
I don't know. I mean, there was nothing in 12 like this that's
that was this crazy.
This crazy and confusing, and none of the characters cared. 12 was like, we gotta get the Magicite for the bad guy so we can win.
Right.
And then we did. 9 isn't like this, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I know nothing about 9. 10 might have some things.
This is really nuts.
Do you have something you want to tell me?
Yeah, go fuck yourself, sir. No, he doesn't. You don't have anything he wants to say.
You got nothing to say, Squall? Seed is not just a special force for combat. I want you to see the world.
Okay, so Cypher was interrogating us about what Seed means for Adia, who created Seed.
I am so confused. I don't know what to say about that. You're right. It was her idea, and then Sid got real passionate about it.
Killing himself with his sword gun. That would be great.
That would be amazing if this game had the ending from the movie The Room.
You mean he throws a fit and trashes his dorm room and goes, I can't take it anymore, or something, and then he tries to put his gun blade in his mouth?
Yeah.
Could happen at any time.
Broaden your horizons, I have high expectations of your school. Let go.
Your mission as a Seed is not just to do the mission, but also to live.
You gotta study abroad.
Smell the flowers, go for backpacking in Europe for a year.
Also, this psycho, Sid, is suggesting that our mission to apologize to the city for crashing into it is like taking time abroad or something. That's gonna round us out.
Find you, you know.
What's up? Are we going to Fisherman's? We're here. We'll land at Fisherman's Horizon. We'll make an official apology, then observe the town. I'm sure they'll be thrilled to hear from us. We just mashed up their coast. Gotta go to the second floor deck to get off the boat.
Okay. Because the front gate's underwater.
Man, I was so excited to start playing this again, and I'm already, mad at the characters and the story again.
Well, that boss fight was great. Actually.
Yeah, the fight was awesome, and the world is still great. I just wish it made any sense.
I mean,
instead of making less and less sense the more we learn.
Stuff in 7 doesn't really make sense until the end.
It's never this
but
stupid.
It's never this.
It's never no, 7 makes sense.
Here they come. We've come to warn you before you go ashore.
So we're docked at Fisherman's Horizon. Mm-hmm. As we walk out to walk into the city, there's some people from FH here to give us a little warning before we enter the city.
Do not engage in any type of armed conflict in the city. We do not tolerate belligerency here. Do you understand?
We are representatives from the garden and we come in peace.
Welcome to Fisherman's Horizon. We just call it FH. You should go visit the mayor. His house is in the middle of the city.
I don't know it yet, but this is like a town full of hippies, so I'm definitely doing the wrong voice here.
They're coming at us pretty soft for having just crashed a city into their city.
He's the head of the FH.
I mean, this is what I mean
Yeah,
about
he's
not
the
making
mayor.
sense. This thing that you wouldn't even know what this is crashes into your city, and you go up there and you go, before you come visit our town, I just want you to know,
Here are the rules.
don't get in any fights, okay?
And the mayor is the head of the place.
We'll do
He's
just
the
that.
head of the city, the mayor.
No one's up here like, what is this? Who are you? Where did you come from? They're just like, oh.
Welcome.
Well, yeah, hey, a school crashed into our fishing town.
Mm-hmm.
Good, looks like we understand each other. Okay. Man,
This is a hell of a
yeah,
mess.
seriously, we owe them a lot of money.
That fisherman lost his fish.
I'm terribly sorry. It was inevitable. We lost control of the garden. Nah, don't worry about it. What's important is that nobody got
What
hurt.
about that fisherman?
We love fixing stuff anyway. You did us a favor.
We love fixing.
Kick back and enjoy your stay.
Did us a favor. Thank you for breaking my television. I'm gonna spend the next few days trying to fix it. Hey, that's Bellum Garden, right? Believe it or not.
That's right. How did you know?
From those patterns on the wall. Like you look up and it just says
Bellum
Garden.
They painted it here. We
Oh.
painted it a long time ago.
Well, can you fix it?
The people here recognize Ballum Garden because they painted it.
What a weird detail. Like, what?
If you
Those
love
were the
fixing
good old days.
Did they know that it could fly? Maybe that's why they're not surprised that it showed up?
Tell the mayor I said hi. Did they paint it when it was at Ballum, or did Sid know it could drive?
I don't know. Does this
I
guy
don't know.
play cards?
Yo, let's go. I mean, this is cool.
Give me a save point. Ooh. The big orb in the sky.
Whoa, look at that solar array.
So the way we enter the town from the garden is they've like extended like a crane arm over to us, and as we like run across it, it gives us like a cinematic view of the town, which is like
A giant satellite dish that looks like a solar array within it.
yeah, there's like a big like bowl of solar panels in the middle of what's surrounded. It's all artificial, like it's all made out of concrete and metal and like walkways and stuff. It's sort of like industrial and high tech at the same time.
Is that the fisherman?
I don't know, it's an old guy.
I heard Ballum Garden lost control. That's why you have to keep up with your maintenance. Don't forget about fixing things. It's all we do in the town of Fisherman's Hole? What was
Horizon.
it? Fisherman's
I think.
Horizon.
FH for short.
Yeah. Well,
Catchy, right? FH. Good old FH.
good old FH.
I imagine whoever was translating this game was like Fisherman's Horizon. That's a whole lot of letters to try to fit in every dialogue box. Why don't we just call it FH?
So you guys going to Esther?
I don't know.
Oh, what is Esther again?
Esthar? Oh, that's where that mine was, right?
You know, that high-tech city. It's just beyond the train tracks. I guess you're not going there. A lot of people who stop here go there.
This is a guy named Familiar Face, and we're about to run into somebody else named Familiar Face 2, and I'm not sure who they are.
I don't really understand why they're supposed to be familiar.
Here, hand me the guide, because there are a couple of things that we missed here, including, unfortunately, the Master Fisherman's
Yeah,
quest.
that fisherman who was in that cutscene we liked so much. You can go meet him, but we didn't figure that out.
Yeah, and apparently, if we had figured that out, not only would we have gotten Occult Fan 3 and a Mega Elixir, but we also would have found out more information about this town and the people in it, which we're left with some questions about this town. I'll say that. But something we don't get, besides a couple of special cards that we could have gotten through this area, is there's a guy here in this town who is the son of the cafeteria lady who won't stop talking your ear off about how she has a son who left her.
Oh, I'm so disappointed we missed that guy.
And apparently, if you convince him to go back to Ballum Garden, you'll eventually, like, go back to the cafeteria lady, and he'll be like, I decided to come back and help my mom. Which would have been nice.
That would have been nice, yeah.
You know, but we never got to see that, unfortunately.
Anyway.
Well,
why is this guy familiar? Does the guide say?
No. It doesn't.
The trains are down, so the best way to get there is walk from here.
I think Esthar is who Galbadia was fighting when Laguna was around.
Right. What a joke, huh? Anyway, you guys had an accident and came here, huh? I guess I shouldn't keep you. Okay, get on.
Did the elevator man need that much dialogue?
No.
So we go down the elevator, and at the bottom of the elevator, there's another guy named Familiar Face 2.
What? You don't remember me? These people, familiar faces. And this guy says, you don't remember me. We just, oh yeah, okay, we just met. All right, I remember you from there. Wait, was it him? I'm sorry.
It's possible that this is supposed to be foreshadowing or a clue for a plot turn that happens later, but I'm not going to give it that much credit.
Yeah, because
it doesn't read like that.
Yeah.
They don't make enough of a point about it for it to, like, really clue you into anything.
I mean, Squall here is thinking to himself, was it him?
I don't know what he means by that. Was it him what?
It's not Kiros and Ward or something, right?
No, absolutely not.
So
we meet them later. They're not here.
Yeah.
Spoilers. Spoilers!
Anyway, we're walking further into FH.
I'm operating this lift for my brother. You saw him up there, right? Oh yeah. Don't we look alike?
Man, what's wrong with you? Oh, well, let me know when you want to go up.
Or is it just a joke that these two guys are twins, and so they have familiar faces?
Well,
to one another?
I mean, he said he's my brother. Don't we look alike? I mean, it's one of the many mysteries that I'm just not going to get to the bottom of.
Too much elevator man dialogue. Is that Bellum Garden in the background?
Yeah.
That's cool.
That is cool. Familiar face number 3. Are you a seed by any chance?
Oh, are these familiar faces because they were like kids that fucking Laguna hung out with?
I don't know.
I heard that you guys are like mercenaries and basically fight anybody for money. Are you happy with that kind of life?
No, not at all.
How do you sleep at night?
Squall is like
problem.
so
Is he
unhappy.
trying to pick a fight?
Never mind. The way you live, your life is none of my business. Just don't cause us any problems. Sounds just like me. I guess it doesn't sound very nice. Oh my god, Squall.
Oh, Squall's beginning to learn.
I guess I don't like being treated the way I treat others.
He talked to me the way I talk to people.
What's up, dude?
And I didn't like it.
The mayor's house is in the middle of all this shit.
Is this a big, like, satellite dish?
It looks like a solar array to me, like, you
Yeah,
know.
but are there other houses, or is it just the mayor's house?
Well, in the
town?
middle of this is just the mayor's house, but I bet there's other houses
this is
around the
cool.
outside.
Do you think the houses are below and it's like Midgar, but like
I bet it's
solar
really
powered
hot in the
instead
middle
of-
of this with all this reflective shit pointing at you. Wow, what a shitty house.
Yeah, in the center of the satellite dish or solar array, whatever it is like a series of pipes that have been made into a home.
Yeah, the mayor lives inside of what looks like a large boiler.
And on the edge of that little island in the center of the satellite dish, we find a guy sitting, pondering life.
Well, we find Martine, the guy who sent us to kill the sorceress at Galbadia Garden, the headmaster of Galbadia Garden.
He's here.
Oh, Martine! A lot has happened since then. Banished from Galbadia Garden. Everything I built up gone. After wandering around aimlessly, mindlessly, people of this town welcomed me with open arms.
Dude, that wasn't very long ago. That was like a day or two ago.
The townspeople encouraged me to start over, very kind, even towards a man like me who has nothing.
So now I guess he's just gonna sit here on the dock of the bay. I don't know.
He's at that moment where you blow up your whole life and you sell everything you own except for your car, and you drive to a town you've never been to before, and you find a thrice divorced woman who decides
begin a
to
new
settle for
life,
you.
yeah.
She takes out a $50,000 life insurance policy on you and marries you on the spot.
I'm so ashamed.
So Adia took control of the garden, I guess, that he was in charge of, and now he's lost it all. Come live on our garden.
Our garden just crashed in.
And we killed the owner, so now we own it. So It's
Yeah,
badass.
Sid really should have something to say about
Sid
the
seems
fact
like-
that Norg is dead.
Sid seems like the bad guy to me.
I think he's up there going like, my plan is going exactly as I anticipated. The garden is now mine, and soon the world will be.
I bet you're right. I bet you that's the thing.
Maybe.
Here's what I'm hoping happens, because like for some reason I'm getting a sense that there's going to be like time travel.
Didn't someone spoil that for us?
Well, they've been talking about time travel. Did that happen too? Is that
no
why
one
it's
talked
somewhere in
about
my
time
head?
travel.
No,
they've been
10
years
saying,
ago. You've been seeing the past.
They've been saying like, I wish I could change the past and stuff like that, and that rang in my head as like a wet.
I think you're remembering
Maybe I'm
that somebody
remembering
spoiled
a thing.
this for us on Patreon. You're right then. I think you're right, because now I remember.
Shit.
It's funny how memory works that way, where sometimes you can forget things entirely that you had read, and then like something jogs it, and you're like, oh wait, yeah, okay, I know all of that actually.
That is crazy, because I do think somebody mentioned that there was time travel in FF8, and this was like a couple years ago.
Right.
When we first started the podcast, and we were like, damn it, now we know that.
And I remember being like, I bet I'm going to forget that by the time we're actually playing it. And you
I was
had
like-
this attitude of like, how are we going to forget that? And we did.
I did.
Until it started beginning to be foreshadowed in some way. And we were like, wait a minute.
For some reason, I was like, I feel like I know this to be true, but I didn't remember it specifically as being spoiled, which is weird. But
Mayor's house.
because like as soon as they talked about like I wish I could change the past, I was like, huh. Like maybe we'll have to go back in time and change who Sid is because he like became bad.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Wow, the mayor seems pretty chill.
Whoa! Yeah, man.
The mayor is sitting Indian style in the middle of this metal hut.
Yeah, I mean, to call this a house is a little strange because it's a circular room filled with all manner of like computers and control panels, all of which look like analog machinery.
It's probably just his sick sound system with the hi-fi.
You're probably right,
You know?
actually. I mean, because, yeah, it's a cool mashup of, like, crazy industrial technology that seems cobbled together from many different places, and then a dude with an opened button-down shirt, like
a Hawaiian shirt.
Yeah, like those hiking sandals and shorts, sitting cross-legged in the middle of
And
it.
his wife is next to him on her knees.
The resolution isn't that good, but she definitely has a little crown made out of daisies strung together and is wearing, like, a very loose hemp shirt.
Mayor Dobe.
Please have a seat.
Hey, Mayor Dobe.
Mayor Dobe.
Sit down, Squall.
You can only take a knee.
Allow me to get to the point. When are you leaving?
That's fucking Chong.
He's not wasting any time. We'll leave as soon as the garden is capable of moving. Any idea when?
Yeah, the mayor is like, when are you getting out of here?
Yeah, and we're like, just as soon as you fix our garden.
We only discovered that our garden is mobile a short while ago. Therefore, we don't even know how to move it. We're still in the process of understanding everything.
Can we go figure that shit out instead of talking to this mayor?
Well, man, our
Or-
technicians will assist you. They should be able to repair and service everything. How does that sound?
That means we'll have to let outsiders into the garden. I can't make this decision alone.
This is the least dramatic thing happening in your life right now, Squall. Like,
He can't make this decision alone.
I know I'm beating a dead Norg here, but like, he made another decision alone, and it was to kill Master Norg.
I mean, first of all, it has never been implied that the garden is like an isolated, no outsiders allowed,
No.
secret type of thing.
It was never said, like, even in the rules that we read in the terminal, it wasn't like outsiders are not allowed
No,
into
it was
the garden.
like anybody can apply, is what it said. Before we came here, our teacher was like, it's important to get many points of view and see how people live all over the world.
Unreal.
And he's sitting here agonizing over, like, this guy's gonna help us for free for no reason, and I just can't handle the pressure of this decision.
go consult with your leader if you don't have the authority, okay? Wait, we gotta go back to the garden and talk to
Excuse me,
Sid
why
already?
do you want us to leave so bad? Because we just crashed into their fucking city.
Please just keep your mouth shut. They must have their reasons. Who cares?
It's really funny to me that Renoa was like, but why do you want us to leave so fast? As though it wasn't obvious. And Squall's like, they must have their reasons. Who cares? And then they just volunteer all the reasons.
And none of them are, you crashed into our city and it's like disruptive to our life.
It's, we believe in diplomacy, man. And you believe in violence, bro.
And here, for this whole sequence, the game is going to try sloppily to make some kind of point about pacifism versus violence.
Sloppily is...
And muddily. It never lands on anything either, except like, man, it sure would be nice if we didn't have to fight, but sometimes maybe you have to fight, but maybe not, but maybe sometimes someone will force your hand to, and that's like unfortunate, but ideals are still good, you know, but like also, man, world is complicated shit, it's not black and white, bud.
First there was a mountain, then there was no mountain, then there was... I love that song, it's so stupid.
Donovan.
That's what I'm imagining this guy being. Like Mayor Dobe is Donovan.
We don't want military organizations in FH. You rely on force to solve problems.
We're all about peace here.
That is in direct defiance of our principles.
Man, flow.
We believe that any problem can be settled by discussion. If you reach a mutual understanding, there's no need to fight.
She's just flowing.
No argument there. Triton dull as hell, though.
Violence only leads to more violence, man. We believe your presence here will attract violence. That's why we want you to leave as soon as possible.
Seems likely, since we're hypothetically in a war with a sorceress who's
Yeah, we
not
should get out of their hair.
attacking us anymore. I don't
These
know.
people just want to go on their acid trips.
Let's go back to Garden. We were just at Garden.
Yeah, well, we had to come talk to the mayor. We've now done our mission for Sid. Any problem
Hey,
could be
drop
solved with discussion. Oh, there's a thing to draw. Whoa, what the fuck is that?
Ultima.
Ultima? What are they sitting around with Ultima for? These peaceful folk.
Maybe they don't know it's here.
So we walk outside and talk a little bit about that experience as we make our way back to Sid's office.
And Zell is like, peace? What the fuck's wrong with that guy? Why is he such a jerk?
Man, that geezer pissed me off. Squall, why didn't you tell him off? Whatever.
This is my Galbadian soldiers!
So right after we leave the mayor's house, we're walking up the big ramp that leads to like the outer part of the satellite dish.
Mm-hmm. The solar panels.
The solar panels. Halfway up, we see that Galbadian soldiers are attacking.
I mean, of course they are. They launched missiles, they missed. They probably watched on radar as our school floated over here, which when we're on the world map, we're going to see is like right next to where we started.
We've already brought danger to this beautiful city.
Flow. Wait!
Wind power and solar power.
The Galbadians are here because of you, right? They're after you.
Maybe.
Don't tell me he's gonna try to reason with them.
They believe that everything can be solved with discussion.
I'll go talk to them. He's dead.
So Mayor Dobe is going to go reason with the Galbadian soldiers, but his wife wants us to take responsibility.
Well, I like that his wife was like, hey, so like this is really your fault, so maybe if you do violence and we don't, we can keep our hands clean.
Yeah, it is that. And we get sent to a screen that has a save point.
Yay, save point.
Finally a save point. Christ. The enemy's coming. They're gonna destroy my beloved store. What am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? You can sell some stuff to me. So what will be? Oh shit, we can finally remodel our shit. Oh, the shear trigger. Yes.
Sweet.
We ran into a weapons shop.
A moment worth commemorating. We got Squall's second weapon.
It's episode 16. We're deep into disc 2. This is the first weapon upgrade that we've been able to do because we have the fucking shit.
At least we got this one.
Like at that point, why have it cost any amount of money?
I don't know. Obviously, I've not seen an issue of weapons for a couple people. Anyways, we upgraded those weapons.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I also ordered some hummus because I figured it was going to take a while to make the food.
Yeah, the mayor's talking to this soldier. There he is. Kills me to help that old fart.
Zell hates these people for being pacifists, but it seems like it's more like the fact that they're shoving it in their face. Like more
I think he's like taking it personally.
Yeah.
You know? Like fighting is his identity. Yeah, it's like these people are like, we don't like to fight, and Zell's like, well, what about? Like,
am I a murderer then?
Yeah.
Why are they wasting their time with the old man if they're after us and our garden?
So Squall and the gang are like off to the side, and we're watching Mayor Dobe talk to the main Galbadian soldier just to be like, don't hurt us, man.
I already told you. I've never heard of this girl Ellone. There's nobody here by that name.
Ellone's not here, man.
Ellone's not here.
It's me, Ellone.
Ellone's not here, man. It works enough.
Ellone? So, okay, hold on a second. Okay.
She's Laguna's niece.
The Galbadians are after Ellone. The sorceress hypothetically took control of Galbadia. We saw her kill the president. And everyone was cheering because they were going to ally themselves with the sorceress.
Dude, that was nuts when she killed the president and everybody cheered.
Right? But I guess Galbadia is still under control of this military that's not allied with the sorceress? Because we gave Ellone to the sorceress to keep her safe from the Galbadians.
Listening to myself in the past, I'm following this perfectly based on what they've told us.
Yes, because she's supposed to be in charge of the Galbadians, who are looking for Ellone, but we gave Ellone to
Adia's seeds.
The circular issue here.
God, fuck this game.
When did Sid file for divorce? Or
They're not divorced.
Right, they're still married.
He told us to kill her.
Maybe that was his divorce.
Or did Norg tell us to kill her? I don't even know.
What I love about this, too, is, like, you're trying so hard to understand this, and you're following it beat by beat.
I'm hurting myself over here.
I'm like, I'm gonna make some food, fuck it. Like, I'm like in the background like, yeah, what you're saying doesn't make sense.
But we got hummus.
We got hummus.
I'm not sure.
Norg was like,
it
I sent the order to kill her, but you weren't supposed to be the ones to do it.
And then Sid is like, don't forget to smell the flowers when you're on missions. Because being a seed is about more than being a mercenary.
Okay.
I gotta pee.
Hey, Haley, lie down.
So Mayor Doobie's having a pretty tough time convincing the Galbadian soldier to maintain diplomacy as well and not turn to violence.
I guess I thought it was a muddy message. Maybe the game is just a hard line. No, violence is the only thing that solves shit in this world.
And these hippies are fucking idiots.
Yeah, they're just wrong.
Ha 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 ha. It doesn't matter, old man. We're gonna burn this place anyway.
I love people who
Adia's
are
orders.
like... I love people who are...
Adia's looking for Ellone. We gave Ellone to the seeds, who were Adia's seeds. And now on Adia's orders, the soldiers are gonna torch the city looking for Ellone.
They're just looking for Ellone. I honestly don't... I wish I could answer you. I wish I could help.
I'm lying. I'm like, I don't even want to try to wrap my head around what you're trying to tell me because I don't get it. But I'm hungry.
You know, I mean, you're like, I wish I could help, but I can't, so let's drop it, you know.
I don't think we'll obviously find out about this later. This might just make no sense.
I have a feeling it might.
No, please, I beg of you, don't.
I do find this funny, though, where it's like, there's these people who are like, diplomacy is like the only way, and like, anything can be solved with diplomacy, but they fucking suck at it. Like, their idea of diplomacy is like, but peace, man.
And like
why would you?
Immediately, yeah.
Like, it's not like they're like good and cunning with diplomacy.
Diplomacy is all about pressure and leverage, man.
That's what I'm trying to say.
Not appealing to the better person on the other side.
That never works.
Pressure is the only thing.
We're given an option to, like, go help the mayor or stay back and, like, eavesdrop for longer.
And it's kind of like a nice moment of role-playing where you just, right after this guy's kind of a jerk to you, you go like, let's just let him sweat.
Let him sweat.
You want to listen a little longer?
Why is Adia looking for Ellone? We better listen. Why did we give Ellone?
Good. Squall.
Are there two
What are you waiting for?
Are there two Adias, maybe? Is there maybe a good Adia? I don't know. What are you waiting for?
Does this game have
What am
any
I
good
thinking?
ideas?
Just blowing the smoke off the top of my guns there.
Anyway, we jump in and confront the soldiers.
Junction system isn't terrible. Who the hell are you? We're Seeds.
I still don't know why the D is capitalized.
Seeds, get the ironclad over here.
He calls for the ironclad, which I guess it's going to make its way over soon, but right now we're going to fight 3 soldiers.
What's Sid's last name?
I don't know.
Do you think we're called Seeds? Because we're like Sids, but Seeds?
No, that doesn't make sense either.
Sids? Look,
No, we're called Seeds because it's a garden. And we're the seeds from the garden.
but why is the D capitalized?
Well, we don't know because there's some kind of weird secret conspiracy going on. Having to do with the past, and Ellone won't tell us about it, even though we directly ask her. And she's mind-fucking us. Why did we even let her leave that
I
room?
don't know.
I would have
have a
put a
feeling-
knife to her throat and been like, fucking tell me! Tell me what's happening to me!
Squall.
Squall doesn't even give a shit what's happening to him.
That's what, like, I have a feeling that this game is going to have a lot to do with what happened in the past, but none of it is going to be Squall's past.
Well, we saw him
you
as a
know?
little kid,
You're right.
and his big sis is gone.
Yeah, you're right.
I
Is
don't-
his big sis the sorceress?
Maybe she's alone. I don't know. Something's coming.
Wait, do you think Uncle Laguna is his uncle too?
Maybe he's Laguna. Who knows? Who fucking knows?
So the ironclad that the guy called for a minute ago finally makes it here.
Which is the tank that B Squad, Selphie, Irvine, and Quistis fought back at that missile base. And it's looking worse for the wear.
Oh, one of these fights. You fought a machine that looked a lot like this.
Oh yeah, we fought one of these with the other people.
Is
Wait,
this
oh,
the
yeah.
one, but it's just all fucked up from when you beat it up last time? Let's destroy this thing.
Dun 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 dun. Wow, Haley, your breath is really permeating the whole area. Wow, look at this water turning into a serpent.
Ooh, that's like something out of the abyss.
We summon Leviathan.
Which is always one of my favorite summons in these games.
Big snake-like water monster.
Yeah, and this one, like, water sort of takes form and becomes a snake, and then he summons, like, a waterfall that crashes down and floods the bad guys.
Nice. Kick its ass.
So Nomura said he wanted these to not be like gods, but animals. That's what you were
Well,
reading?
I think it was something like no more humanoid.
Oh, okay. That's why Ramu.
Like
okay, so
Ramu
they're all
is
like
service and
beasts.
Quetzalcoatl.
Got it. Okay, stop this breathing on me, Haley. Really.
What about licking your hand?
That's fine.
Anyway, Leviathan's a cool new girlfriend.
It is. Wow, I kicked this thing's ass.
So we beat the ironclad, and one of the items we get says Quistis can learn blue magic, which we've been seeing a lot, and it's been confusing.
Also, spoilers, I guess Quistis isn't dead.
Quistis can learn... It always tells us Quistis can learn blue magic, but I don't know how. Maybe by using the items we get?
I really don't know.
We'll have to look that up whenever we can have Quistis again. We gotta go find out what happened to Irvine and... Oh, look, dude!
The ironclad, like, starts falling backwards. It slips off of a cliff, and it falls down. And then, right as you're saying it, Quistis, Irvine, and Selphie pop up from where the ironclad fell.
Like, they climb up over the cliff, yeah.
They were in it! They were
What?
it. That
They were
that
in that?
was the thing that we were fighting.
It's amazing that as you brought up, where the hell are they? They crawl onto screen.
Literally, as I say their names, Quistis' head pops up over the cliff.
And let me get this straight. They were hiding in there, so it saved them from the explosion, but then were they driving it
Dude,
to here?
We're not gonna get... They don't explain it, really.
And were they just fighting us? Like, were they putting in the fight commands?
I think what we're supposed to surmise is that when we saw that base blow up into a mushroom cloud, they had just enough time to scramble into the tank, which was enough to save them from dying. And then the tank was still operational enough that I guess Galbadian soldiers salvaged it
and was like, call in the big guns.
happened to bring it here And then after we blew it up and it fell off the cliff, they fell out of it.
Maybe they were attached to the bottom under the wheels, holding on.
Well, you know what is the actual answer is that this makes no sense.
That's the real answer.
They were like, we gotta get these 3 back to them. What if that tank just shows up and we just hope that tenuous connection where you saw them fight that tank and now that tank is here is enough for you to just not think about it and go, oh, good, they're back.
They're back.
Well, because remember, they blew up.
Yeah.
What the fuck? What?
They stayed safe by crawling inside of that thing, I guess.
And then were they using it? Were they controlling it, or were they stowing away on it?
Maybe they must have been. I have no idea. They must have been
When
stowing
it
away
blew
on
up, it blew up the people who were controlling it, but not them.
It didn't just blow up. It just fell off this cliff.
Okay.
And in this moment, we reverse roles, and I'm totally like, I'm fine with it, Jeff. Stop thinking too hard about this.
And I'm like, okay, let's start with food.
It's funny, like, the big picture stuff is breaking my brain. It's like, we're both paying attention to different things, and whenever you pay attention to something in the game, you immediately go, my brain, wait a minute.
Okay.
Squall! Yes, they're all right. Hey, Selphie. Quistis, Irvine, it's great to see you guys.
That's why they made such a big deal about who to pick, because, like, we were just gonna be without them for fucking really long time.
Say, what happened to Garden? A lot has happened. The garden is safe.
What a crazy way to say the garden is a fucking hovercraft.
Man, I mean, this needs to pull like they need to go, okay, let me fill you in, fade out, fade back in, and that's what happened.
Yeah. What's kind of implied here is that they had first gone to the school, to go back to the school, and saw that it was an empty crater. Like, you could read that from Irvine's line of, like, what happened to the garden? And then we say the garden is safe, and they're like, great.
Man.
And it's like, there's another piece of information about the garden.
It's all so vague that I think they're just hoping people will fill in blanks on their own because they were just going, we got to fit these chunks together.
That
and they
touches
do not
on
flow.
the thing that I want to talk about eventually, which is my experience with the TV show Lost, where I filled in the blanks and made a better thing than they made. And then I was like, wait a minute, they didn't make the thing. If they were doing...
If they did it right, they would have done what I did.
They would not have done it the way they did it.
Really?
Do they know that it's an airship?
No, definitely not. What happened to you guys? Yo, let's talk about that later. I guess.
Squall actually asks a question for once.
And
that
Zella's like, don't answer us right now.
Yeah, wait, nah, not now. Now let's not talk about it. Let's talk about it later. You know what, Zell? Later never comes. That's what happens, okay?
Zell, Renoa, why don't you guys take them back to garden? I'll see you guys later after I take a look around. Hey, Renoa. You know, you just surprised me. You looked and sounded so happy to see them. Huh? It was the first time I've seen you so honest. It was really sweet.
So Renoa is really taken by the fact that Squall showed emotion when seeing Irvine and the others.
I love that she's like, you finally did something that I genuinely find attractive. I've been waiting with bated breath for you to do anything that isn't shitty, Squall, and now I'm vindicated.
Yes, I knew underneath that hard exterior of being an asshole was like an okay guy.
A guy who can show enthusiasm for people that he thought were dead.
Who were his best friends.
Yeah.
Well, it's because I felt responsible. It's because I was really glad to see them. Yeah, I was really glad to see them. I was just happy to see that they were all right. What's so surprising about that? Is there something wrong? No, there's nothing wrong. They're your comrades, but moreover, they're your friends. Friends? Huh?
Oh, the power of teamwork and
Hey,
love?
Squall, would you have been worried about me too? You know, if I were with them instead?
He was barely worried about them while
He
they were
didn't
gone.
bring them up at all.
It was kind of like when your dog sees somebody who they haven't seen for a while, and they're like, "Oh yeah, you exist."
He was so unconcerned that he was like, "Hey, so what happened to you guys anyway?" And then Zell was like, not now." And he's like, "Yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
whatever.
we'll talk about it later.
I don't really care." But also, Jeff, we're gonna have to replay it to see what happens if you send Renoa over there, right? Because I bet it's totally different. I bet instead she stays here and is like, "Hey, were you worried about me?" And you can say, "Not really," or "Yeah, totally,"
or yeah, something else super angsty about whether you can tell a girl how you feel.
You can't, Squall. Get over it. We all have.
That's the way it works.
What? Why is she asking me this? I don't know. I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. Oh my gosh, you're turning red. What? No, I'm not.
Shut up!
You're so cute. Taking it seriously? The heck? Why is she toying with me? Catch you later, Squall. You want to take a puke break and go in the bathroom and force ourselves to throw up? Mayor Dobe says, "Well, I guess you saved my life."
And that's where we're going to break for episode 16.
It's funny, in this season, I feel like normally episodes get, like we cover more of the game in less time, and as we're approaching the middle of this game, it's like expanding again. Like we're covering less game and it takes more time because there's so much, like, what?
Yeah.
What did you just say to me, game?
Our minds are blown. I do like FH and Mayor Dobe. It's a unique place, I'll give it that.
Man, they got the places down in this game. That's a thing they can do. They can make concept art, they can make places, they can make music, they can still do all of that.
They just can't make it fit together.
Well, they just didn't have time. They game jammed this one, man.
They're in control of how much time they spend on things. I don't know.
They were told this is coming out next year, game jam time.
Didn't we read too that like they were like, Sakaguchi's taking all of the money to make the movie?
It was around now, I think, that they started making The Spirits Within, which fucked them really hard because why would you do that?
Yeah. Sorry we didn't hit all the secrets in this place, but what are you gonna do? You can't hit everything.
Yeah, you can't, because you don't know what's there. So if you don't know about it, it's hard to, it's hard to know what you don't know.
Exactly. Rumsfeld talked about that a lot.
Man, I would fucking love it, because you know game jams where they're like, you got 72 hours to complete a game, and the theme is charity or whatever. Like, they should do one where it's like, you got 72 hours to make a 59-hour-long JRPG. Like, in 3 days, we want a game that takes, fucking like, make it
reuse assets,
padded
whatever
as
you have to do.
Yeah.
This game has to be at least 60 hours long.
Yeah, exactly. That would be fantastic.
That would be...
I bet some really magical stuff would come out of that.
But yeah, that's FH and Mayor Dobe. And the team's back together.
Yeah, the team is all reunited. Next week, there will be a celebration.
Oh my god, there will be a celebration. A celebration of Squall's ascension to leadership, or the Garden Festival.
It's unclear which one of those two things it is, and at the end of the day, it seems like they succeed. Well, we'll get into it.
Yeah, tune in next week for that.
They have a shitty party.
Oh, before we go, do you want to check in on the message board, log into the internet, and see what we've got?
Yeah, let's slide into our DMs and see who else did.
I'm sliding into the IMs.
Yeah, the IMs.
We should have called it that back then. You weren't sliding into anybody's buddy list.
Wow, we sound old. Let's get on the net.
And we're in. There's a message. I'm clicking on it now. The message reads, to Jeff and Ryan from Squall. I heard you guys aren't big fans of me. Whatever. Yeah.
Sounds like you.
It sounds like you.
Hey man, listen, it's not all about you, okay? That's the real problem. So
that's the lesson you should know.
Why don't you go fuck yourself, Squall?
Whatever, back at you.
Yeah, right back at you.
Thank you so much, Squall, for that message.
Thank you.
Let's get out of here. If you're interested in a message, they're just $25 each. email nocatpodcast@gmail.com. That's NOCKAT. And we do payments through PayPal, so just email us, and we'll make it happen.
And as always, I salute, bow down, and give other respects and love to our Patreon supporters.
We are bowing down before thee, and we appreciate your $5.
Yeah, it's fucking great.
It's
I
really
love it.
Amazing. Thank you. If you're interested in joining the Patreon and getting bonus stuff as
become
well
a no kitten.
Yeah.
Become a not a kitten.
Become not a kitten. And go to patreon.com/nocat. That's NOCKAT.
It's because it stands for no one can know about this. It has nothing to do with cats.
Did you know that? Guys?
We still say that at the beginning of the episodes, right?
The
Welcome
name
to
of the
No One
show.
Can Know About
Yeah,
This.
yeah.
I'm Jeff Ekman.
We do it.
And I say I'm Ryan Kazmiski. Yeah, everyone knows
We
that.
do that all the time.
All right. Leave us, rate and review us on Apple Podcasts, and check us out on social media, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram.
We're at NoCap Podcast and the Twitches.
Sometimes we Twitch.
And tell a friend and enjoy your life. Don't forget to smell the flowers
Fall
on
down.
the journey to become a mercenary that we're all on.
Find yourself a brand new YouTube rabbit hole and subscribe to some YouTubers doing some interesting things out there, and, you know.
Put a little weirdness in that algorithm for their recommendations to you.
Mm-hmm.
It's dessert time. What are we having?
Well, we're not having Funyuns and chili.
Nope. We're not having that. I'm never having that ever again. You want hot dogs? I know we said we'd break free, but it's also like, you know, what else is there?
Gelatinous cube?
Gelatinous cube coming to you now.
Achoo. I'm allergic to cats. My daughter loves them. What am I to do? Kill the cats. I heard about you guys. You're going to the TV station? Oh, that was a secret. I'm sorry, Achoo.